is the grind session. And that moment is now. This is the grind session.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 Mustang Madness Global Song. Our next game features the victory of Downey of Orlando, Florida, against the Marshall County Marshals from Benton, Kentucky. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for Benton, Kentucky. Starting in guard, 6'3" sophomore, number 3, Emmanuel Maldonado. At guard, a 5'7" junior, number 4, Julian Newman. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 11, Carlos Felix. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 12, Wilfred Diaz. And at forward, a 6'6" senior, number 21, Eduardo Peralta.
I'm 4, right?
Now the starting lineups for the Marshall County Marshals. Starting at guard, a 6'1" junior, number 3, Tyler Howell. At guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 10, Jay Nimmo. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 15, Chase Riley. At forward, a 6'6" junior, number 23, Tyler Stokes. And at forward, a 6'4" junior, number 24, Ross Blatt. The head coach of the Marshals, Mr. Terry Birdsong.
Welcome back into Mustang Madness from Strawberry Hills Arena in McCracken County, Kentucky. And our game coming up here, we've got the Marshall County Marshals from Benton, Kentucky, and the Downey Christian from Orlando, Florida. And for the starters, we've got for Marshall County, number 3, Tyler Powell. Number 10, Jay Nimmo. Number 15, Chase Riley. 23, Tyler Stokes. And 24, Bryce Flatt. And for Downey Christian, number 3, Emmanuel Maldonado. Number 4, Julian Nimmo. Number 11, Carlos Felix. Number 12, Wilfred Diaz. And number 21, Eduardo Peralta. And we're underway, and Marshall controls the tip. Working around the perimeter. And the interception is taken away by Downey Christian, and their first offensive is a long shot. No good. Rebounded by Marshall. Jay Nimmo at the point. And it's out of bounds to Downey. Downey Christian will come the full length of the court. And Emmanuel Maldonado running the point guard duties. Looking around the perimeter, drive, and the shot is good. Draws first blood. Downey Christian in a 1-2-2 zone. Marshall trying to attack that zone by working the perimeter. Drive and no good. Rebound is to Downey Christian. Felix on the drive. The kick out. controlled by Julian Newman. Guarded closely by Bryce Flatt. Drive on the baseline is no good. Thrown to nowhere. Almost backcourt violation. And we've got a timeout called by Downey Christian. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. And we'll be back in just a moment. And we're back to action from Strawberry Hills Arena at McCracken County High School. And it'll be Downey Christian's ball at center court. Long shot is no good by Eduardo Parola. Marshall County trying to work it outside. A little jump shot inside is no good by Stokes. And the rebound off to Downey on the run. All the way to the rack is number 11, Carlos Felix, with the nice layup. And Marshall's yet to break the score column yet. Still a little bit puzzled by this zone defense that's being played. Stokes, a nice up and under for the first score for Marshall. So that makes it now 2-4 in favor of Downey Christian. Driving the kick out is good. Long three-pointer, Eduardo Peralta. And the takeaway. And the foul is on number 15, Chase Riley. And going to the free throw line will be number 3, Emmanuel Maldonado. First shot is up and good. Gym's already beginning to pack out. Got seats in the upper section is still a little bit open, but there's still people coming in. So let's see if Marshall can figure out this zone defense. Stretching it out just a little bit is Downey. Little drive and another takeaway, but recovered by Stokes. And a little Euro step by Powell is no good, but he is going to the foul line. So he'll have 2 shots. And that first one is up and good. Second one is up and good. We've got another sub. Matthew Wooten in, number 20. Shots up and no good. Stokes with the rebound. A long shot from the corner by Powell is good. And we're going to get an offensive foul. Nice drive to the basket, but The player control foul turns it over to Marshall County. Riley running the point and knocked away from behind by Maldonado, but a foul in the process. So Marshall will get it outside court. Coming off the baseline is Powell, no good. And we're going to get a foul that's on Bryce Flatt. And the nice dish to number 21, Eduardo Peralta, for the nice shot. Long shot out of the corner by Flatt is good. 3-point play. So a couple of 3-point plays has gotten Marshall back into this ball game, and now just trailing by 1. And the long shot is no good. And Powell is on the run. Nice drive all the way to the basket and in. And Marshall County has their first lead of the ball game. Marshall's defense is tightened up just a bit. The drive is no good and knocked out of bounds. It will go to, that'll stay with Downey. Downey Christian will play it under their own backboard. And the long shot by Julian Newman is no good, but the rebound, offensive rebound and putback is good. And Coach Birdsong can't be too happy with that offensive rebound. Got it down deep and blocked. Stokes was in good position to make that shot. A long one is no good by Maldonado. Emmanuel Maldonado, when he gets to the half-court line, he's in range. Swinging the ball around from side to side. Marshall trying to get a down low to Flatt is no good, been blocked. Still fighting for it, and back to Marshall, and Marshall with a layup. Nice feed by Stokes. Give Stokes that assist. Very nice play to Tyler Powell. Newman has not found a shot he doesn't like very well either. Oh, nice drive, but missed. Offensive rebound, and we're going to get a travel. That'll turn it over to Marshall. But they've got to do a little better job of getting the offensive rebound. And the shot out of the corner is no good. Hits the top of the backboard and turns it over to Downey Christian. Well, a substitution for Marshall County. Little bit of substitution question marks. That's Dawson Smothers that came in on that substitution. Swinging around, and the long shot is air ball. And that air ball goes out of bounds. And at the end of one quarter, Marshall is 14, Downey Christian 13. So after a slow start, Marshall County has climbed back into the lead. And we'll be back in just a few moments. As we return to action here in the second quarter, it will be Downey Christian's ball at midcourt. Marshall finally eked out a 1-point lead in this first quarter after starting slowly. Finally figured out the zone defense just a little bit. Made some nice three-point shots. And then some nice open feeds for easy shots under the basket. Maldonado on the drive, kicks. And the long shot is no good by Maldonado. If he ever heats up, he's going to be trouble because he's not afraid to shoot. Almost knocked away, but recovered by Powell. Nice shot, feed, and lay in. Stokes on the put in, but Dawson Smothers with a nice feed. And on the lay-in is number 21, Peralta. So that turnover is going to give it back to Downey Christian. Marshall clinging to a 1-point lead in this second quarter, 16-15. Ball swung around, shot from the baseline is no good, but rebounded by Downey Christian. A lot of offensive rebounds. Long shot is good. Gave it a little head fake, and Julian Newman buries it from deep. Kind of woke this crowd up a little bit. Into Stokes, nothing there. The kick out to Smothers is no good, and there's a whistle. We have a block. And inbound, coming in as a substitute is Bryce Flatt. Wooten is out. So Marshall to inbound it on the side into Powell. Working around the perimeter. And the long three by Flat is good. So Marshall's warming up on those three-point plays. Maldonado from deep, still no good. And the rebound by Smothers. And Marshall is on the run. Flat spins away from trouble. And Powell with a contested layup is good. 21-18, Marshall. Oh, nice spin, but we're going to get a walk. He carried the ball, and he gets called for that one. Marshall will take over, coming the full length of the court. Jay Nimmo running the point. Into Stokes in the middle, kick out to Flat, but it's out of bounds. Turnover to Downey Christian. Newman on the perimeter. And the drive is no good, but offensive rebound again by Downey and again by Downey. And the putback by Peralto. And the takeaway gives Downey Christian the ball back. And the layup by Peralta is good again. Into Riley, and then up and under is no good by Smothers. And here comes Downey Christian on the move. And the long shot by Maldonado. If he ever heats up, Marshall may have a bit of a problem. Long corner by Flat is no good. Rebounded by Newman, and he's on the run. Step back jumper is good again. He's got some deep range. Julian Newman. Marshall's going to have to figure out how to defend that long jumper. Drive and kick out by Flat is no good, but we're going to get a foul. We've got two substitutions, Matthew Wooten and number 4, Austin Riley back in the ball game. So Marshall now has a 4-point deficit after a couple of those free shots. Nice lay-in by Stokes. And a takeaway by Flat, and the shot is no good, but knocked out of bounds by Flat. And Downey Christian will bring it the length of the court. Marshall begin to put a little full court pressure on. And they probably need to pick up this kid from 3/4 because he doesn't mind shooting it from there. And he's making. He's getting ready to put a little juke on there. That one is no good though. He is quick. Nice block from behind. But another rebound by Downey Christian. And they continue to get offensive rebounds. And the shot is up by Tyler Stokes, but no good, but he is fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2. So Tyler will get an opportunity to bring his ball game back within 3. That first one is up and good. Stokes is a 6'6" forward. And here comes Newman again. Maldonado on the drive, but knocked out of bounds by Stokes. Nice defensive play. So Downey Christian from under their own basket. The drive and the spin, nice move. That was an excellent spin move by Eduardo Peralta. And he has 13 points so far. He's getting them the old-fashioned way, right under the goal. Nice drive by Flatt. Bryce Flatt on that drive and layup. And now they're switching better on Newman, but that gives Maldonado a chance to work. And he goes for the layup, and it's good. So it's going to be hard to back off him as well as he shoots. Wooten from deep in the corner is no good. Knocked it back and retained by Marshall County. And Powell on the drive with the left hand is good. Nice left-handed layup. Maldonado with a deep three is good. So if they back off on Newman, Maldonado's going to take them. Marshall working the perimeter. Into Stokes in the middle and up, but a foul on the block attempt. So Stokes will go to the line for two. Stokes' shot is up and good. Chase Riley back into the ball game for the Marshalls. Stokes' second shot on the way and good. 35-30 with 40 seconds to go in this first half. Downey Christian with a 5-point lead. Oh, and another long shot, but that one was partially blocked. A little bit better defensive job. And we're going to get a call Marshall's way on the loose ball on the floor. So Marshall's got 25 seconds to try to trim that lead and make it a little bit closer ball game. That was knocked away by Maldonado, but off of Powell's knee. So a turnover gives it back to Downey Christian. So they've got one shot, 10 seconds to go in the ball game. And the little pull-up is no good, but the rebound, and that's got to kill you, Coach. So a last-second rebound and putback gives Downey Christian 37-30 lead at the halftime. So Marshall will try to figure this out in the locker room and try to come back and make a dent in this score. And we'll be back at the beginning of this third quarter.
is the grind session. Grinding has a moment, and that moment is now. This is the grind session.
And welcome back to this second half of a good ball game. Nip and tuck early. Downey Christian has now opened up a 7-point gap, but it will be Marshall's to play at the beginning of this third quarter. Inbounds to Stokes. He kicks it out for the three-point play for Riley. Is good. So Marshall immediately comes out and cuts into that lead. Now a 4-point lead. Step back behind the three-pointer is no good. And rebound by Powell. Corner shot almost, but decided against it. Flat shot is no good, knocked away. And Downey Christian on the move. And a floater, underhanded floater, didn't go off that well, but still rebounding is Downey Christian. Finally, Marshall pulls off the rebound. Giving him way too many second chance efforts. And Powell's long jump shot is no good, but rebounded by Flat. His kick out to Riley. And now back into Stokes, and the bounce gets a friendly bounce, and it bounces in. And we're now 2 points down for Marshall County. Long shot in the corner is no good. Rebounded by Stokes. And Powell will bring the ball down with an opportunity to cut into or go ahead on this lead. And the long shot in the corner is no good. Rebounded by Downey Christian. And the drive all the way is no good, but fouled on the way is Carlos Felix. And Felix will have 2 shots. So first score of the second half for Downey, as Marshall made a couple of nice early shots to cut into that lead. Second shot is up and good. Took a travel around the rim, but stayed in. Full court press by Downey. Still, they broke the pressure. And Powell Stokes to his drive is no good. Rebounded by Downey. And Maldonado with the ball, looking for his opening to get a shot off. Oh, and a nice move underneath, but too far under. And the pull-up is good by Maldonado. Maldonado now has 11 for the game. Flat out of the corner. Shot is good, a 3-point play. So 41-38 with 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Shot again by Maldonado. A deep 3 is good. And the hot hand Newman has not taken a shot this second half. Marshall County takes a timeout. It cut into that lead, but now it's back up to 6. It's a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back in just a moment. We're back to action in this third quarter. 4:49 to go, and Downey Christian has a 44-38 lead. but Marshall County has possession of the ball, inbounding across the timeline. Into Stokes in the middle. And Flat out of the corner again, and nothing but net. Bryce Flat. And Flat has 14 for the game. Jab step and shot is no good. A rare miss by Newman. Driving on the baseline, and Stokes with the put in. Nice assist by Riley. Riley made that drive and then kicked it to Stokes for a nice, easy lay-in. Long shot is good by Felix, Carlos Felix with the long shot. Into Stokes, and another lay-in by Tyler Stokes, keeping this ball game close, 45-47. Knocked away, but the rebound again stays with Downey. And Felix with another lay-in. We've got a foul on number 21, Peralta. So Marshall will play it in under their own backcourt. Into Stokes, and the little jumper is good. So Stokes is finding him some room inside. And the rest of them are playing in. Oh, we got a nice drive, but missed. But there is a foul on the play. 2 shots. So at the line is Carlos Felix, who's been providing a lot of the offense this second half. And the first one's up and good. That second one is up and good. So now a 4-point spread. Downey is doing a little full court pressing. But we've got a foul on Carlos Felix. So still not in the bonus, so Marshall will play it in from the side. Into Chase Riley. Into Stokes again. He kicks it this time. And Flat is taking it to the goal, but no good. And Downey with the rebound. And the long shot is good by Carlos Felix. Again, providing a lot of offense this second half. He's up to 12 points now. And it looks like Downey is going to live and die by that 3-point play. Long shot by Riley, or Powell, is no good. Stokes' shot is no good this time. And rebound is by Downey. Downey on the run. And a nice switch to the left hand by Peralta. And now they've opened up a 9-point lead. So we're going to take a 30-second timeout by Marshall County to talk this over and see if we get this score cut. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back to action. It'll be Marshall's ball facing a 9-point deficit with 1:38 to go in this third quarter. So we've got to figure out a way to cut into this lead. Looked like a foul, but he off of Downey on the block shot. So it'll be Marshall's ball under their own backboard. That'll be Riley to inbound. And another shot by Stokes. Stokes now has 18 points. So he's found some working room in that lane. Maldonado's shot to the lane is good. Flat shot out of the deep left corner is no good. And blocked. And we're going to get a charging call. Julian Newman is called for the charge. Back in the ball game is number 10, Jay Nimmo. And that middle is wide open the way that Downey Christian is playing the zone. And they've done a good job of getting it to Stokes. He now leads them with 24 points. Excuse me, that's 18. We're down to 14 seconds. Shot out of the corner is by Powell is no good, and Downey is on the run. The pull-up shot is good. That's a backbreaker by Carlos Felix. And Carlos Felix has busted loose for 15 points. Most of them scored in this second half. So Marshall has a big hill to overcome. We got 12-point deficit for this fourth and final quarter. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back to this fourth and final quarter. Marshall has a 12-point deficit, and it will be Downey Christian's ball at the half-court line. Into the game for Downey during that quarter break was Rohan Palmer, number 35. Driving the kick. Felix takes another shot, but he misses this one. He has been hot. Oh, nice drive to the basket by Powell. Between two defenders and up and in. Shot from the corner is no good. Rebounded by Powell. And the Marshalls are looking to cut the lead again. And it's going to stay with the Marshalls. Back into for Downey Christians is Eduardo Peralta. Oh, we're going to get an offensive foul on Powell. Drop that shoulder into the defender. And we're going to have a substitution for Marshall. Number 34, Dawson Smothers. And Stokes is going to get a rest. Get him a breather and then get back in this ball game. A lot of quickness on Downey. And we're going to get an offensive foul using that offhand. Newman trying to get to the lane, pushed off with that left hand. So here come the Marshalls again, down by 10. Into Smothers, and he drives and kicks. And the long shot by Nemo is good. Marshall's nipping away at that lead. Downey has just got more quickness than Marshall at this point, so they're getting free on some nice shots. And the easy shot by Palmer. Powell on the drive, and no good. Blocked by Palmer. And here comes Newman on the drive. A long, deep shot, no good. And we're going to get over the back from Palmer. I'm not sure how tall Mr. Palmer is, but he looks at least 6'8", 6'9". Marshall again trying to work at that lead, but almost taken away, but saved by Flat, and Flat on the reverse layup is good. And he's trying to pick up Newman full court to try to slow him down and not let him get his feet set. He's very crafty and quick with the ball. Long shot is good. So Newman is back up to his old tricks of three-point plays. He now has 11. So Downey has 4 players in double digits. Knocked away, but Marshall will retain possession. And back in the ball game is Stokes. And Stokes is going to play and leave the Smothers in the ball game to try to pick up some additional rebounding. Into Stokes, and back to his left side is good. So Stokes is now up to 20. Drive by Maldonado is good, but he was fouled on his way to the goal. So at the line is Maldonado. And the second one's up and good. Maldonado with 18 now. So you got 18, 11, 17, and 15 by 4 of their players. Nemo's shot is up and good. 3-point play. So with 4:04 to go, 68-67, Downey up by 7. And we've got a full timeout called by Marshall County. So we'll be back in 60 seconds.
is the grind session. And that moment is now. This is the grind session.
We're back to live action with Downey Christian in possession of the ball. 68-61 with 3:55 to go. Nice reverse shot that's no good though, and he gets his own rebound. And rebound by Smothers, but he was fouled over the back. So Marshall's still not in the bonus. 3:46 to go and still not in the bonus. So Jay Nimmo will bring the ball down, get some pressure out near the half-court line. Kick out to Powell. Drive by Flat is no good. Like a little hack on the arm, but not called. Maldonado's shot is dead. Center. And 21 by Maldonado now. Into Stokes, but kicks out. Flat shot out of the corner is good. 3-point shot by Bryce Flat. So 7 down with 2:49 to go. Little fancy ball handling by Newman. He has got lots of quickness. Knocked away by Marshall. It'll be out of bounds to Downey Christian. Reverse layup is good by Peralta. And now Peralta has 20 or 19. So turnaround by Stokes is good. That shot down the lane is pretty open the way that Downey is playing their zone. Long shot by Newman is no good. Stokes' shot from the free throw line is good. And Stokes has 24 for this ball game. All of them coming inside. He's found some nice working room inside, and Maldonado's deep shot is no good, but out of bound, and it will stay or turn over to the Marshalls. And the bad pass turns the ball over to Downey. 1:21 to go, and they need possessions. Newman is about half court, but that's within his range. Not in any hurry. 1 minute to go, and a 5-point lead. Little fancy ball handling. He is quick and a crafty player. And he is fouled. That'll be the foul on Jay Nimmo. And Downey Christian will take it out of with 45 seconds to go. 73-68. Marshall needs to come up with a turnover. It's going to be hard to get the ball. And the foul is on Tyler Powell. So Newman will go to the line. The first shot's good by Newman. Runs that score to 74-68. Second one is on the way and good. And we've got a timeout called by Downey Christian. A 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back to action. 41 seconds left in this fourth and final quarter. And Marshall will bring it the length of the court and try to make a last-ditch effort to get into this ball game and get it down to at least a tie and get it into overtime. And we're going to get a foul on number 4, Newman. And he doesn't believe that. So Stokes will be at the line. It's a 1-and-1, so we'll make this player exchange. Chase Riley will be back in the ball game for this final 36.7 seconds. And Stokes will see if he can cut into this lead. First shot is up and no good. He missed it. And now we've got a foul on number 10, Chase Riley. Austin Riley and Powell back into the ball game for this final 35 seconds. Shot is up and good by Carlos Felix, and he's had himself a whale of a second half. Second one's no good. Rebounded by Marshall. And blocked by Palmer. 18 seconds to go, 68-76, 8-point lead. So we may let this clock run down. Looks like Newman may just dribble the ball outside. Who knows? He might shoot one from the center circle. And that's the ball game. 76-68. Downey Christian. In an entertaining ball game, both teams shot the three well. Big difference was Downey had a little more quickness and got a lot of offensive rebounds. So that was kind of the demise of Marshall. So we're going to turn this back over to our announcers, and we'll be back at the start of this next ball game.